To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and the life of Walter Elias Disney.
We've got the Sea Worlds and Cypress Gardens and the sun and the beaches.
Oh, yeah. Now we've got Universal Studios.
We are proud to unveil Universal Studios Islands of Adventure.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner. Tonight, the Disney MGM Studios theme park will officially open to the public.
Welcome to the grand opening of the newest, most fantastic attraction at Walt Disney World, the all-new Disney MGM Studios theme park.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome from Epcot Center.
Okay. So sit back and enjoy this.
All right, that needs some work. I'm still working on it. I'm sorry, but
That was
welcome.
cute.
welcome. I'll throw that all into one thing. Before I forget, and I forget sometimes, hello, I'm Tom Zort, and we are joined by, I'm going to let her say her name because I messed it up a couple of times. You say it this time.
Disney with Lissy. You said it right.
Lissy.
You did say it right on
Lissy, okay.
Instagram. Yeah.
Lissy, okay. I'm bad with words sometimes. We all are.
Yeah.
And welcome. This has been a long time since I've done one of these, and Monday might be the day that I start doing these, just because it's when work is my most annoying. So first of all, I want to say welcome. I ran into Lissy at MegaCon, and I recognized her from her Disney content, and she was very happy about that. And I know that feeling when the first time you get someone that actually recognizes you for something, except most of the time it's just him. And they get a picture with Zort, and I'm out of the picture. So, just kidding. I'm just kidding. A little self-deprecating humor for everyone. I'm going to say hi to a chat quickly. I got Doug209, who is always happy to see Walt. We got Nagranol in the chat. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Dengar Renegade, how are you? Yes, you always are a renegade, Dengar. And Nagranol's already on top of it, throwing up Lissy's. You're Nagranol, you think before I even speak. I love that. A good mod always does that. A good mod always does that. And what's up, Gary Banjo Sin with Worthington? That is the one time I say your name fully. You are now Gary from the rest of the time. All right. Welcome to Perfect Park Day. Before I begin, Disney with Lissy, let's talk about who you are and what you do.
So, you want to know what I do, Disney style or real life?
You don't need, real life does not need to be
Okay,
involved
good,
in.
'cause it's like it's not a cute thing, but so I do Disney content on Instagram only so far. I do want to go into YouTube, but I'm strictly on Instagram. I actually started my Instagram account last June actually, so it hasn't even been a year yet, but yeah, I'm a Disney baby, so just getting started.
I've been doing that Instagram account of mine for like 3 years. And I'm still like 10 times less than you, but I'm just kidding. Again, you do really good content. I like your stories. You're definitely more on top in stories than I tend to be, and you're newer Disney content creator in terms of with a flood of like I don't know how many others recently, but I did notice yours really early on because it had a little bit of a different like style to it than everyone else. Everyone like if you go on Disney Instagram and you look at like the 20 something girls style Instagram, it always has that super warm filter. It always has like there's always that look. Yours didn't have that.
No.
Which was like, okay, you're different. You don't have the same filter going on, the same. So that was one of the reasons why I thought like, oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I like Star Wars, so I like those like earthy like tones, warm tones, because it goes really nice when you go into like the Star Wars galaxy. Those are my favorite.
Exactly, Doug Twine. Not a clone, not someone trying to ape someone else's style.
Thank you.
Very good.
And also, I always put music with my photos because it's like you hear my little playlist almost. Star Wars songs, everything.
So, I honestly saying like originally when I started my channel, Star Wars was a very big, hence Rogue. Definitely Star Wars is in my viewpoint, Galaxy's Edge and like Hollywood Studios, it's the easiest run and gun park. Like you need to go in and do something quickly or something like that. The parking's not terrible, compared to other ones, and generally like the nighttime is fun there. Like and you don't have as many drunk people as Epcot. So it's like you have
not even close.
But so I guess the first thing I'll ask is what made you decide to go into like the Disney content creator space?
So I just decided like to post photos just because I like the artistic, like I would go on Pinterest because I actually, I just started looking at Disney. My first time was like last year going to Disney. So I was looking at Pinterest and I was like, this is super cool. You can be artistic with it. So I originally just started like that. And then some girls just kept following and kind of got hooked onto the community of girls and like just people empowering each other and just being so nice. I think that's what attracted me to Disney. It is the happiest place and the happiest people for sure.
Yes, Magic Kingdom. Walt Disney World is the happiest place. Disneyland is most magical. You have to remember that.
Magical.
Well, Disneyland is magical. Disney World.
That's.
All right. So I would like to say you see some new people came in. The Wayfarer, always good to see you, my friend. And Steel Lake of History. You've been rocking it on those gaming streams. Keep up the good work. You'll be at 300 in no time. Hey Tom, is your shoulder getting buff or is Zort just gaining weight? Zord is definitely gaining weight. He is he got a little bit too much attention during Mardi Gras, and that is when the still walkers come and try to take him off your shoulder, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't touch, they can touch. So I'm a little stuck there. Oh, 289. All right. Good job, man. You'll be at 300 before the month ends. Keep up the good work. All right. Side note. Sorry. So we're going to start this off, as always, with a softball question, which I guess in this turn will be a really easy softball question, since we have our 4 pillars that we have for the perfect park day, and they haven't changed. And we'll start with dining, and I'm just going to, it's a little softball. Favorite snack in the parks?
Ooh, the spring rolls. Like the little cheeseburger rolls. That's the best.
Okay. Now, if you are a member, you can look back to when I made those. They're in the members videos. I do some cooking stuff at sometimes, but the members video is there for that. And I made them where it would cost only about $1.50 each instead of the $10 for 2. So you've changed, Tom. I've changed, Tom. What does that mean, R2? R2, did you take something? Yeah, well, I high school was I did work in a Chinese food restaurant during high school, so I'm officially okay to do that.
What are you eating in that picture? I can't.
So
tell.
we have 3 actually different items from. So we have from Tiffin's all the way on the left to Citricos in the center, and I am eating, I believe, the bao buns from Pandora. All the way on the right.
Oh, yeah, those are good. So which one's your favorite?
Out of those 3 things, The bao buns is the closest thing, like the cheeseburger bao buns. At least they did bao buns correctly. Like they actually close it up. Now a lot of times you get the bao buns, like if you go to Universal towards that Bend It Bao or Bao Bend It, they're like more like tacos where they're just using a steamed bread. Not my jam. I'm from New York originally. I take my Chinese food very seriously. I made Chinese food, so when someone calls me a bao bun and I'm getting a little fake taco with a sticky bun on the outside, I get a little bit like verschniggered. But I will say my go-to snacks, and if anyone is in here as a member, throw it in the chat. You know what it is. I'm not gonna say what it is, but just throw it in the chat if you're a member. You know what my go-to snack is. And I will say that I am also one of those people. I look at DFB and they clown on the turkey leg, but if you are with, in my case, my nephews, and you want to feed two crazy kids and not have to have them have a lot of sugar, the turkey leg is a go-to because they fall asleep. You give them the turkey leg at lunchtime, they eat the thing, they get that tryptophan rush, and they fall asleep for like, I don't know, 3 hours, and I get to chill for a little bit. I'm sorry. This is very odd advice, but if you have young ones, if you have little Padawans, younglings around, and you want to get some like being on as the fun uncle or fun aunt or whatever, a turkey leg is a good way to go.
Turkey leg.
It's just a personal, and of course we get the members dropping in for the Dole Whip. Yes, I am a Dole Whip connoisseur. Even though I didn't have my first Dole Whip until I was about 15. I know it's a sad thing. I'm sorry. I'll go to counseling for it. So you're the spring rolls. Okay, so we got your savory. What's your sweet? What's your go-to sweet? Like when you want that sweet tooth.
So you know I'm gonna say it wrong. Le Chef de France.
Le Chef de France, yeah.
They have like that creme brulee. Oh, I love that.
Okay.
It's so good.
That's a very noble option. I like that. I like a little classy. You didn't go for it. You went for table service. I like that. She's a all right. R2, you're bringing up deep lore for my channel to a guest, and also I know you have power on this channel, so don't do anything weird. You've killed my streams before. Where is it? It should be on here. So I might as well. I'm not like again. Don't be afraid to be a fool or stay foolish. On my 300 sub celebration stream, I happened to go to Trader Sam's Grotto, and I happened to decide to do a live stream with a bunch of people, completely trashed. And during that, this happened.
The tree touched me.
So that was clipped out of like a 3-hour-long stream where apparently I said a lot of things I shouldn't have. And I privated that stream for my own welfare and well-being. But of course, my friend R2 had to clip about 30 minutes of it to have for his own personal blackmail. Best way to say it. So
that's funny.
Again, don't stream while intoxicated, people. Just saying.
That's when you're the most confident, though. We need to get drunk at Epcot together.
You want to get drunk at the people of Mexico Pavilion do give me free tequila. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Again, this is, you can look at the stream. I went, so here's the thing, and this is for people in the chat and for you too. If you look like you have a big channel, they treat you that way. So I walked into the tequila bar, and of course, R2, of course. I went into the tequila bar, and I guess they thought I think they thought I was Nate, Paging Mr. Morrow.
Yeah.
So the managers brought me out like 7 drinks or something like that for free. They're just like, here, try this. This is new. Here, try this. I'm like, all right. In that situation, don't correct them. Just roll.
No, let them believe.
Let them believe. So we'll get some. I honestly haven't drank around the world in a while. It's been a while. I did the monorail crawl a little bit more just because I'm lazy sometimes.
They have like a little fake tattoo you can put on to check out like all the places you drank.
I would just make a checklist on my phone. Like,
no, that's not as fun.
That's not as fun. Okay,
you can see like the check marks get all
right.
horrible as you get drunk.
I think I've been drinking around the world with wrong people. I think I think that might have to happen with Lissy is drinking around the world. That'd be fun.
Let's do
Don't
it.
Man, Wayfarer, read the rules. Read the rules, Wayfarer. There are rules. Tom got mad when you didn't pour a drink for Zort. Yeah, I did.
Oh no.
They get so Pineapple and I over in Polynesian, the people there give him a little small free Dole Whip when I go to get a Dole Whip. Like at this point, you'll
That's
you'll
why he
like
has
it.
the gut. That's why he has the gut.
That is he's just you know what? He doesn't walk that much. He's old.
Yeah.
It's okay. So
It's okay.
we know you're dining. Now I'm curious about hello there. We need to get drunk around the world. What's your favorite drink?
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Ooh, I don't know. I gotta pick one.
Like, are you talking about a specific cocktail in Disney? Because then I have to go into my encyclopedic memory of random
different drinks. I'm trying to think. They had an horchata one that was really good. It was mixed with some sort of alcohol. That was the first one I had, and it was top tier in Mexico.
I will say my favorite drink was, and they don't have it anymore in Mexican Pavilion. They had this cold brew tequila drink, which was delicious. And they had it only on Thursdays because that's the only time they could get the foam machine and everything like that. So for like 3 weeks, I was trying and they ran out. Finally, I got it. And that was the same day I got free drinks. So very happy about that. But other than that, man, just going to Norway or Germany, because they used to. I think they still do. They give shots. You can get shots. Technically, Disney doesn't give shots in a lot of their bars. So that's a good choice. Also, the grapefruit beer in Germany for summer in Florida. Like, I don't care if you think it's fruity or whatever. That is delicious when it's 100 degrees out.
I like fruity drinks. I think it's okay for me, though. So.
I got made fun of for getting a hard cider one time. I'm like, dude, it's less calories, less carbs.
It's okay.
It doesn't. Everything doesn't need to be a Guinness.
Yes, exactly.
You want me to make him a wheelchair?
You should see if that works. See if they allow it.
I don't have it on me right now, but I have the service animal vest for him to possibly trick someone to think he's like a monkey, like an actual one. Like maybe one day.
If they squint.
Red Stag. That's an interesting choice, Bradley Scott. Oh, you changed your thumbnail. Good for you, man. But yeah, I would say besides that, the Fuzzy Tauntaun in Oga's is always a fun drink to get. Speaking of it just uses Szechuan peppercorn flowers to do the whole numbing. Like it's just a flower. Just don't eat anything afterwards. Like I bit my tongue once and it did not go well. All right. Up to now, we talked food, we talked dining. I was just going to ask, what is like the one restaurant that like you would go to if you didn't have to worry about budget? Like what is the place you'd want to try to eat if you did not have to worry about budget at all?
Same place. The Chef de France. That is the best one. I kid you not.
Have you been to Kumite yet?
No.
All right. No. So this comes with being a newer Disney person. So I'm not saying anything bad, but Victoria and Albert's and Kumite. If you're talking about no budget, not worrying, I'll go to the $300 a plate place, like, and get some of that A5 Wagyu. Unless you're, I don't know, are you a vegetarian?
No, definitely not.
Okay, I
definitely not.
I figured I asked.
The thing is, sometimes like those more expensive places, they give you just like a little bit of food, and I like to like pig out.
So I was 2020 before the whole everything shut down. I went to Kumite's soft opening, and they had an omakase at that point in time, which was $106 for 12 courses, and like everything was just. I had 6 servers to myself. I was by myself sitting in this big room with 6 persons. Each person had a different thing they were supposed to do for me. And that just blew my mind. I'm like, it's just me. Like, I don't need one waiter. Like, I don't need, it's like, oh no, this one's for this one's for this one's for that. I'm like, okay.
That's
I'm
funny.
okay. I'm here for this. Like, go ahead. Like, oh, we'll fold your napkin for you or unfold. I'm like, okay.
That's
I'm
like the
like,
Emperor's New Groove when they're all
yeah,
like trying to feed him.
I felt so bad. I'm sitting there in like a Jedi outfit, and I'm like, I am underdressed for this place. Like, we don't have a dress code. I'm like, you should. Like, you should. If you
Let
are,
me know at the door. Oh my
I like
god.
it. But I will say, like, the $250 they're charging now, plus the upcharge for the A5 for the Wagyu. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm just saying, like, I would probably wait until some of the more fancy places get out of the price fixed, because it is also the head chef left Victoria and Albert's, which is a travesty. He was a great guy. So
Yeah.
their menu is different now. Again, the things you hear from cast members.
Yeah.
So we finished dining. We asked her. Le Chef de France is a good place. When you can, try Monsieur Paul's.
Will
You
do.
know what that is? Behind.
No.
So it's the second floor of Chef de France is Monsieur Paul's. It is
Okay.
some of the best Parisian food I've had in the States. And it is a little bit more pricey, but it is so good. And the portion sizes are they're not fancy portion sizes. They're like good. Like your fillet is about 7 or 8 ounces. So you're not
Okay,
getting the
that's
small
good.
fillet and stuff like that. And
Because I went to Be Our Guest, and some people were like, "Oh, it's so fancy." And I saw those plates, and I was like, "No."
all right, here's another Be Our Guest. What Be Our Guest was great for pre-pandemic for like a good 5 years was you got the $20 breakfast and you got in the park an hour early. So you
Yeah, I
got
heard
in
about
before the hotel thing. I rode Mine Train 12 times one day because of that $20 breakfast. I will do that any day. And the croque madame was very good, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, so things Disney took from us.
Yeah.
And again, I agree. I don't like Be Our Guest. It's ambiance, and you don't even get like a good picture with the beast. He just walks around.
No. Yeah.
Like, it
I
should
was
be just standing at the end of the thing for a photo when you leave the restaurant. Like,
exactly.
how hard is that? But
for how much
I'm glad
you
someone
pay.
agrees. I'm glad someone agrees. I know a lot of people love Be Our Guest for some reason. It's overpriced. Go to Skipper Canteens. It's cheaper. The wait staff's more fun. Or eat at one of the hotels nearby. Like, it'll just be cheaper. Not good, like 15-20% cheaper. All right, attractions, which a lot of the reasons why a lot of people go to theme parks. So this is where we get into like the little bit of the armchair Imagineering, as I would call it. And I want to ask, since you haven't been on that much Disney, what would be that like one extinct ride that you'd want to bring back? Like, what's something you would love to try that you never got to go on?
Okay, this is gonna sound really lame, but the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
The playground or the show?
What do you mean the playground? They had a playground? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Well,
in Hollywood,
the playground
in MGM,
now.
in MGM, in Disney Hollywood Studios, MGM at the time, they actually had a full-size fake grass playground, like, and used huge tall grasses. They had the ant that you could take a picture with. They had slides that were Kodak film canisters. I can't find it right now. My dad took video and pictures of everything, so I have like photos of every decade of Disney. But yeah, they were the playground. Actually, you know what? We'll just bring up. That's why
I love
internet's
that.
good.
I love those movies. The Honey, I
That's
Shrunk
why
the Kids.
the
I Blew Up the
internet is
Baby.
so good. So we're gonna do the Honey I Shrunk the Kid playground just so you can see the glory that they took away from MGM. And again, that would have that's the problem. You had a great kids area there that they moved and changed just because. And let's see if we find a good image of it. Sure, we'll use Yesteryearland. Oh wait, someone has to get film canister. That's what I want. I always liked going down that film slide, except it was very, very hot. And yeah, that was not fun. So that's a problem though. Like, the slide was hot. Actually, we can watch some of this from IT Theme Park. I don't know who this is. Don't know this channel. They have 322,000 subs, so we can watch some of this. I'm okay with that. We just have it muted, and YouTube won't match. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Ernest Roja. Is that correct way. Hope I said your name right. I apologize if I don't. All right, Honey for the Kids Venture. We're going to share this instead. Thank you. It Theme Park or I Theme Park, whatever you are. Thank you. And we're just going to play a little bit just so she can see the glory of what was the Honey I Shrunk the Kids playground. We're going to leave it muted, though. Look at the wasp.
Look at that.
You think like Andy's backyard for, like, come on. This was that, but actually, you could do stuff. It's not fake. Oh, we're going to pretend grass grows around it.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Like,
I would have loved that.
You get like little Play-Doh, huge Play-Doh packages. There were slides everywhere. There were like gum wrappers and candy.
It's so funny.
I'm trying to see if they have the ants. And like this was great, except it was like some of the things were metal, so it got hot. There, see? Oh, there's the ant.
That was like a big area. Oh my God, the dessert in the background.
Oh, the
that
dessert?
Scene? Yeah, the scene where they're eating that.
They're eating the big oatmeal cream pie, or
yes.
I'm just saying, like, see, there's the Kodak, and it was sponsored by Kodak, by the way. So they had the big film roll in there because they were the sponsor of the area. But I loved it, and it was like, it was all the rubber floor on the bottom, but that was what like Disney used to be, and I miss that. Oh, Rolling Chairs, what's up? Hello. The playground was great as a kid. So like I'm saying, this is old school Disney, and this area was, if I remember correctly, Muppets Courtyard had an extension. This was all basically where Rise of the Resistance is right now. They had both the playground, and they also had the backlot tours, gift shop in that area, and a really great ice cream stand that I miss to this day. The only place that would make a black and white ice cream soda, if you don't know what that is, you're not a New Yorker or haven't been to like a traditional mom and pop soda shop type thing that was 100 years old. But yeah, that I'm sorry, I'm not old, but my parents were. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like I always did old things. So that was the playground. I feel bad for people that didn't get to have their legs burned on it, but that was a really cool place. A little history lesson in this stream.
Yeah, I love that.
Not really. Oh, thank you, Steel League of History, for gifting out a membership to the channel. That's awesome of you. And Rolling Chairs just became a member, so good on you. So like, what current attraction right now is like your favorite out of all the parks?
I'm gonna say, I just feel like I'm so obvious. Rise of the Resistance, like anything Star Wars, that whole area.
All right, I'm not going to disagree with that statement. I was there opening day for Rise of the Resistance, like when it opened over here in Florida. I got boarding group 2 on the day it opened. I was like waking up at 5 a.m. I stayed at Beach Club. I walked over. I didn't want to trust the bus, so I walked 20-something minutes over, sitting outside, waiting for it to be 7. We were allowed in the park at like 5:30-ish. We're all sitting there huddling together because it was freezing. And yeah, I got boarding group 2, and it was full A mode. Like I got to experience it the way it was supposed to run, with the guns firing, everything working correctly. Like I agree, Rise of the Resistance in terms of a storytelling ride, I don't think there's any that actually does it better. In terms of storytelling, like, don't get me wrong, I love Tower of Terror. It has great weaning, I think it's called, in the industry, where they have the build up for the attraction. It's great. The sight lines are great, but there's something about the first time you walk into the trooper room. There's just something about that first time, like, Pirates and Tower are my fave. Love all the rides at Hollywood Studios. Really, Pirates. I just like, I have a fondness for the original one just because nostalgia. I don't mind the new Pirates, and Shanghai looks amazing. And honestly, I wish they would just, like, if you're gonna touch Pirates of the Caribbean, just give us the Shanghai one then. with the cool water tower scenes and going underneath and above. If you're gonna start touching, like, really remake it then, but or leave one. I think Tokyo Disney's is actually still the original. Like, they don't touch the attractions that are old, I guess, but like they just build new ones. But Tokyo Disney still has the original Pirates, and if you're a history buff and you want to go ride the original versions, but yeah, Rise of the Resistance is hard not to say. I mean, I like Hagrid's at Universal, but it's a roller coaster. The story there is okay. It's there. I mean, it's cool that they had put a story to a coaster, but you don't immersion there for that ride isn't really there. Like, this has immersion, especially when there's a good cast member being the guard, giving you some lip, giving you some attitude, like
that pre-entertainment.
Yeah, I always feel like the Imperials get it good, like they have good crowd work, but like the Rebels, they're kind of sometimes the lazy ones. They're just like, move along, go on, get in the ship. They're like, sometimes they have that enthusiasm, but a lot of times they're just like,
they don't.
Keep moving. It's like, all right, get in. You don't want to be here. You want to keep going. It's okay.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, what would be like a franchise that you would love for Disney to have that Universal currently owns, and vice versa? What is a franchise that you would love for Universal to have that Disney currently has in the park?
Well, I don't want Universal to have anything because I'm a Disney girl now. Leave everything at Disney. I feel like Disney World needs more like Avengers, Marvel. I know Disneyland has a bunch, but they need to bring it here.
So contractually speaking, that's going to be hard. Any character, at least in the terms of the contract as I remember them, it might be different now, but any character that is currently inside Universal cannot go east of the Mississippi line. So like any character that's currently represented inside, which good point is Deadpool isn't. Deadpool is not inside of there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Deadpool would work in Disney World.
In Disney.
Like I would personally love to see Deadpool come out in a Cinderella dress and just own it and just be like, like that's Deadpool. Funny. That would be. I mean,
that is.
Looking at the trailer, like Ryan Reynolds is not holding anything back. So what's up, theme park casual? Hey in there, how you doing? I will say that's an interesting take. I would be like, oh, you bring Harry Potter over or something, but it's like not just. We want more Marvel in Disney.
I want more Marvel. I love Harry Potter too. Like they need to build more Harry Potter stuff, but definitely Marvel. I see all the stuff happening in Disneyland and like the campus and everything, and I'm just like, I want that here. I don't want to have to fly to Cali.
Disneyland gets the entertainment, and theme park casual is my West Coast friend. He always over there at Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. I think it has something to do with the union contracts that they have more. They're near Hollywood and stuff like that, so it makes sense they might have more character actors just because of the environment around compared to Florida. But come on, like you get enough people to do Halloween Horror Night at Universal, you can get more character actors over here for like
that's true.
Someone. Or take I don't know what characters we can use that Hulk costume for over here. Wendigo? That's a really offbeat X-Men villain, but we could bring him. I don't know. All right. So the other question I would like to have is what's like a current attraction that you would maybe bring from a different park to Disney World? Like, what is an attraction from somewhere? Disneyland, Shanghai Disney, whatever it is, any theme park you can think of. What would be an attraction you'd want to bring and plop it into a Disney park?
Ooh. From any theme park?
This is we are not bound by time, space, licensing, contracts. Nothing. This is imaginary. This is, Figment's got control of this park right now, and you can bring any attraction you want and put into this park for your perfect park day. What would it be?
It's like I'm overthinking to the point that I'm like, what would it be? Something to bring into Disney. I'm gonna go with like my teenager answer, but I really liked the Hulk in Universal.
The Hulk coaster, the Hulk roller coaster.
Yeah.
You want? I would love to see the. I would actually like that. Like that could live in Hollywood studios, no problem. Like throwing the Hulk
Yeah.
at Disney, like take out the Frozen meet and greet and the stage show and just plop a
Yeah,
coaster
no.
right in the center. Like get rid of
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's wasted anyway. Who goes to see Olaf? He's not the snowman people
No
care
one.
about. Bring me Frosty. You want the old hat back? Oh, okay. Great movie ride. I agree with. Great movie ride. I agree with. That it's a ride that was amazing, and Disney's so short-sightedness. You bought Fox with like the largest history of films besides Warner Brothers, and you got rid of the ride where you could have used all of those movies that you wanted to in the first place. I'm sorry. The history for the movie ride is very interesting. Like they had aliens in there. Disney owns aliens now. Eisner wanted aliens in Extraterrestrial and Magic Kingdom. You own aliens now. Just put it in there now. Like you have it. I'm sorry. I get a little bit frustrated. Oh, you want it for pin trading. Okay. You want it for pin trading. I saw it as something that blocked the Chinese theater. That's all. But I missed the Eiffel Tower. They got rid of that. The old water tower over in Hollywood Studios. Okay. So we talked attractions. I'll ask, like, is there an attraction you just won't go on again?
Small World.
Small World. Songs too much for you?
It just the pace, the song, all of it. It's just kind of like like the Shrek movie when they're like singing like the whole time. And I feel like Shrek every time I'm on there. I'm just like, no, like get me off this thing. Not a fan.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I will say I like It's a Small World, but I don't like it enough to do this Friday. If you want to know, from like 10 to 4, I guess I'll be doing It's a Small World until I go insane. Hopefully, I'm hoping for a long line that day, so it's like 2 rides. Because apparently, Genie Plus is sold out for today and tomorrow for multi-park experiences. So I'm guessing it's a bit crowded.
Yeah.
Or Disney's like, we need a good news story. We're going to limit how many today.
Well, the line was long when I went the first time, and I was just like, okay, this must be really good. Went on, and I was just like, why is there such a long line to be tortured by these little singing dolls?
So that's where being like an older Disney person or someone who's gone a long time, there's the idea of that was like the ride for a while. Like, you got like 90s Disney, there wasn't the same things there. You gotta remember, like Splash Mountain came in 93. Like, and there's a lot of old people, older than I am, at Disney that go to Disney and they remember riding that probably when it opened. So it's one of those rides for little kids and for old people. 2 of Disney's big pillars of their monetary income. I don't like Street Fair Carnival rides at Animal Kingdom. Yeah, Primeval World was not good. Dinosaurs, they just keep on turning off lights when animatronics breaks. The ride is so dark compared to what it used to be. So Westy with the purple heart. Oh, hey, YouTube StreamYards is finally actually showing those emojis. Good for you. Good for the StreamYards. Now let's show the custom ones. All right, so we did attractions. We're up to the part where I don't know how much history there is with this, but Perfect Park merch. Just curious, like,
so
I know Theme Park Casual. Trust me, I know.
Sorry.
Theme Park Casual is definitely a Disney historian similar to myself, and it is an important ride for Walt, and it basically helped fund the idea of Disneyland with the 1964 World's Fair and things like that. So it's an important historical ride.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I personally prefer
Carousel.
I personally prefer Carousel of Progress for music, just in my opinion. The song for Carousel of Progress is a little bit less earworm. It's a good song, but it's less consistent like torture. I didn't say it, did I? I don't know. It was Zort. So since you like when you first went to like your first Disney trip, you said you went Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So what was like the first bit of Disney merch that you were like, I need to have? It's my first time. You know, I'm an adult. I'm in Disney. I need to get this. I have adult money. What am I? What did you get? What was your first merch purchase? You can remember this. It wasn't that far ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So I went to Magic Kingdom. That was the first place we went. And it was super cold. Like, you don't think it gets cold in Florida, but it was like that Orlando like breeze. So I was like, oh my gosh, I really need a $40, $50, $60 blanket. So the first thing I bought from Disney was a blanket with Mickey Mouse's face on it. And then I decided that I needed matching ears and a sweater too. So I just did like that whole little setup.
I feel that pain of going when you did not realize it was gonna be cold. I feel that. My first January trip ever, coming from New York for the first time for a January trip, was like, oh, you guys have some form of winter. I'm in shorts, sandals, and it's 42 degrees.
Yep.
Disney knows how to trick everyone in the cold days. Like, that was ingenious of them. So you got the Mickey, like, are you a Mickey Ears Loungefly type of girl, or is that?
I am. Okay. I have a bunch of Loungefly already from Disney. The thing I'm gonna buy next though is a lightsaber. I'm gonna just finally do it. It's time.
Right.
You're looking at one, aren't you?
I have like 5 over here. We'll do Cal Kestis. It's the heavy boy. Oh. All right. I have I get dumb things. I'm like I got real money. I can buy dumb things. My dog is gonna start barking. But so this is not for the faint of heart. This is 5 pounds on one side of the hilt. If you get both sides, you're looking at a 10-pound lightsaber. This will pull your pants down if you put it on the belt loop. Don't do it. I'm just personal experience.
Noted.
But I will say it's durable. This has definitely fallen out of my hands a few times. And okay. Buy the beam pad. What did I say? I said hi to you. You know, I also have the Loki staff. I have the ether. I have all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw you with like your Infinity Stones and everything too.
I just
pretty impressive.
I picked up almost everything the first day. Got Guardians opened for the previews, and probably shouldn't have, because then stuff went on sale, like hardcore.
Yeah.
So, but I will say I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I actually have the first thing I ever bought myself at Disney, which is for a Star Wars Celebrations weekend a while back. It's a little Darth Vader Sith pin. That was like it. There we go. Zooming in there now. That is the first thing I bought with my own money at Disney when I was a kid.
Well, yours was cheaper than mine. I should have. Oh, but you were a kid, you said. Okay.
I was like maybe 10 or 12 at that point in time when Star Wars Celebrations was going on. I love Star Wars Celebrations. They need to bring those back. Like, I don't care if we have Galaxy's Edge and all that stuff. Bring back Star Wars Celebrations. Bring back Warwick Davis coming to visit. What's up?
So,
Tyler?
are you dark side?
Am I dark side? I if I could have a lightsaber color, it'd be orange. I can't get one of those at Galaxy's Edge, but that would be the color. And in which case it'd be similar to Balin Skull's lightsaber. I think that looked a little bit more orange than red during Ahsoka. Tomorrow is Mardi Gras. Nice, Abraham's. That's the random thoughts tonight. It's Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Okay. Wow. Okay, that means Lent starts soon. I have to remember to start eating fish on Friday. That means I'm not going to Universal tomorrow. That would be crazy. I'm not going to Universal during Mardi Gras. Okay, and I don't care about Sporty Ball. I don't. I only have so much brain capacity for things I need to know. He does have a little dark side lightsaber. Those keychain ones work perfectly with his hands.
Oh, that's so cute.
But I would say I'm too much of a goody two shoes, even though I prefer the dark side attire. Like black's a little bit more
Yeah.
slimming. I like that. Like I'm Luke Sky. I'm like the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi of aesthetic. Like give me the black suit, black cloak, but I'm still a good guy. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to be in the dark light side colors. So it's lightsaber. Are you gonna do the build your own, or are you gonna just get
I'm gonna
one?
build my own.
So
Yeah.
you're dark side? Are you dark side?
I am dark side.
You get a little Sith
Yeah.
in you? Okay.
I
So you're
do.
gonna do power and control then. That's the dark side option. They have some good options now. Little like fringy spike hilts and pommels.
I'm gonna go all out. Yeah, I'm dark side because like I don't know.
So you Slytherin then too?
I am a Slytherin. I am.
Why do they go hand in hand? Like it's like I'm a Slytherin and I'm also a Sith. You just like to have those S words together to make it harder to say.
Yeah, I guess so. I grew up and I was like, you hear Anakin's story and turning into Darth Vader, and like, I was one of those kids. I was like, I get it. I get it.
I grew up hearing Luke's story. Well, no, not that. I'm only in my mid 30s, so not that bad.
Oh yeah.
But I think the dark side definitely has some cooler lightsabers. Dooku's is cool. As much as people make fun of it, I do like the cross guard a little bit in terms of Maul's. Maul's is just like everyone's mind was blown during the trailer. And also Phantom Menace coming back in theater. I'm sorry, but that makes me happy.
I saw that. No, I have to go. Yeah.
I remember skipping school to go and see that movie. I was in 6th grade and I skipped and I'm like, I'm going. Like that is happening. Me and my friend Andrew, who's now a stunt fighter over in Pinewood, London. So props to you, my man. I'm still glad you're working over there. Hopefully you're going to work on a Star Wars project soon. He's been doing Marvel stuff. But
that's so cool.
But like that's when you saw that the first time, your mind was like, well, lightsabers have always been this.
Yes.
Now
I have both sides.
There's a hack to get a Disney orange one? What? All right, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I have an Ultra Sabers that I can make orange. It's all gaudy. I made it like the most gaudy like looking thing possible, just for the fact that like, all right, if I'm gonna have a fancy saber, it's gonna be fancy everywhere. Like it's just gonna look like this Jedi, sold dead sticks everywhere, and that's why he had this bling saber. I guess it wouldn't be a
bling saber.
I don't think he'd be a Jedi then, though. Like I don't think he would. If he was selling death sticks, he wouldn't.
No.
All right. So this is the interesting part, and this is like goes to like character interactions, stage shows, things like that, or parades, but perfect park entertainment. So you're in your day, and you had your chefs de France, you had a little bit of your creme brulee, you just picked up your lightsaber. What's like the entertainment that day is filled with that you see? Like what would you consider like what character would you love to go up and hug? What character would you wish would be in the park that isn't? Like, let me know. Just whoops.
Okay. Well, first of all, Beetlejuice in Universal, I love him.
Oh, he's a riot.
I saw the Beetlejuice. He's the best in Universal, top tier. In Disney, I'll tell you who is not, and you'll be like surprised. Mandalorian.
He's in there for like 5 seconds, and he's crowded by people.
Yeah, there was one time he like called me and my sister over, and I took a picture of her, and then like we tried to switch the camera, and then he was like, "Better luck next time," and, like left, and I got embarrassed in front of the whole park. So it's not Mandalorian. If I could bring anyone, I wish Darth Vader would walk around.
Okay. First of all,
but they have to make it badass when he walks around.
Disney, you're listening. If you are, I know Universal pops in my chat sometimes, but Disney, you haven't yet. I'm hurt. But if you're listening, I know it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but just listen and take it. Take your medicine. Batuu needs to have no timeline. Batuu needs to exist throughout all of Star Wars. All of it. And that way, if you want to take times a day or something like that and be like, okay, from blank to blank is original trilogy, from blank to blank is prequel, from blank to blank is sequel, do that. If you don't want characters walking around with each other, fine. Or split the 2 sections in half and have Smuggler's Run, switch out the animatronic, make the storyline around Han or Lando, do that. Then take Rise of the Resistance, let that be a sequel timeline thing, and throw the original trilogy and prequel characters over on Smuggler's Run. You could do that, or I don't know, just me spitballing. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm going to say this one last thing. Take the entire Launch Bay Disney Junior Kids area and just make that into a separate Disney Star Wars land, and just make Hoth or Endor. I don't care what, but you need Vader, you need Han, you need Luke, you need Leia, you need 3PO, you need R2, and you need those Huey, Dewey, and Louie over in California, over in the East Coast, please, or at least tell me where I can buy one. I'll put a mortgage on my house again. It's just
he said it good.
Give me a speeder bike coaster. Yes. Give me a thrill ride. Give me Hagrid with speeder bikes. And give me a scene with Jabba. I want an animatronic Jabba the Hutt somewhere in something. Give me a cantina restaurant with an animatronic Jabba throwing insults at me in Hutt. I don't care what he says. And maybe a few little dancers on the side. I don't know. It's you might get a little bit warning. I don't know. Give some people some that would be hilarious, and I would love that. I would love an Indiana Jones and Han Solo interaction moment in a park. I'm just saying. Yes, throw us a bone. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I do feel annoying that Boba Fett is only over in California. Ahsoka's only over in California. All the new characters are only over in California. Theme Park Casual, I'm looking at you. You get to see all of them. I get to watch your videos of it. But it's okay. Someday I'll go over there. Planning on it. And
Have
I
you
will.
been to Disneyland?
That is no. I've been to Tokyo Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland. I skipped over Disneyland and just went to Tokyo. And I don't know why I did that. And Tokyo Disneyland blew my mind away. And now everything else seems just so much less. Customer service, food, everything. It's like, oh, this is what happens when you lease the property instead of own it. Okay. You care more.
Yeah.
Euro Disney, Disneyland Paris, I would love to go to just because of Mystic Manor. That looks so good. The Western theming behind their Haunted Mansion is just so interesting, and I love it. And it they have a haunted train inside of there. It's plans and plans. You know what? The more you guys watch, the more likely I'll get to go. I'm sorry, I'm being honest. All right, so talk about do you have a favorite nighttime show? Are you a happily ever after girl? Are you a Phantasmic? Curious. I have not watched Luminous yet. I have to do that. I've kind of not seen it yet. But I also want them to bring back Illuminations. So I'm
a Phantasmic girl.
You like to be able to sit down and just watch, not have to
Yep. Just sit down and enjoy the show. All the little videos and clips and stuff of Disney.
I like Phantasmic. Phantasmic's the only one that claimed me though, Disney. I haven't gotten claimed for Happily Ever After. Just saying. You can lift that one, please. It has 3,000 views. I could get $7 from it from YouTube. That's a little bit of a dig at YouTube for have a very low RPM. Again, random YouTube talk. So these normally go for about an hour, so we're in that right time frame. So what's your next plans for? Like you said, you're thinking about or you have a YouTube channel that somehow has 42 subscribers, even though there's nothing there. So good on you for that. What are you thinking about? How is your YouTube content gonna be different? Are you gonna port up some of your Instagram reels as shorts? What are you thinking about?
So I have mixed ideas. Some part of me wants to just like do like days at Disney, and then the other part of me kind of wants to like dig into like Disney history more because I am
Okay.
so new with Disney. I do like history. I'm a little bit of a nerd, but I kind of want to dig into like Disney past. So we'll see.
All right, all right. Well, that's the you have an interesting. It's very interesting to have like a true new perspective or an untainted perspective for the park. So you
Hmm.
don't have any type of thing holding you down from seeing things as they are, which is a very
Yeah.
nice thing. Um, what's up, theme park assemble? How you doing, man? Lucky Tokyo is my first out of country location I wanted to go to. Yeah, it is amazing, especially the new Neverland area they're building. Like I don't know, like I look at what they're building and I look at what they're doing with Splash Mountain right now to Princess and the Frog, and I'm like, they built a whole new land for like the same amount of money as it's taking them to refurbish. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think you're right. Yeah, you had the right link there, Nagranol. Oh, Luminous is good? Okay, then I'll probably check it out. I'm trying to figure out an Epcot day. Friday, like I said, I'll be at Riding It's a Small World. JT, if you're still in the chat, if you weren't earlier, or R2, remind JT. He said he would super chat to cover my expenses that day, so he better, because I'm gonna go mentally insane and need medication. From that many times of I should just break noise canceling.
Just don't pull a Disneyland and start taking off your clothes, going insane at in the ride.
No. I will not. I will not do that. One, I value my annual pass too much. Two, no one needs to see that. Like I know no one needs to see that, and I don't want to be mistaken as a country bear or something. Like I don't know. Big Al will be like, "What do you mean? That's my shtick." But nah, it'll be fun. But yeah, I do want to finish Festival of the Arts. I haven't gotten to do much of that yet, so
Mhm.
that'll be good. But Disney history, you'll have some interesting things in there. It's definitely I'm doing a. Oh, your brother's in the chat.
Oh, yes. That's the one you impressed me in front of. I appreciate that.
You
So
impressed me.
you, sir, you impressed him actually. Like he
Oh,
was like, "Oh, this guy noticed you." That's the one that was at MegaCon with me. So he's a
okay, yeah,
soldier.
short brown hair, like kind
Yeah.
of. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Hello there,
So
brother.
he's actually in the army, and I made him come to MegaCon for the first time. So he'll be going every year
Well,
now.
thank you for your service, man. Also, thank you for your service. Welcome too. No one bite, and Zort won't. But I will say the history stuff. I'm working on a video essay myself on the history of the DVC since I saw that there were none on YouTube. So I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, there we go. I'm doing that, which B-roll takes forever. I've gone to Old Key West like 17 times just to shoot B-roll. And it's like I don't want to source people. They're gonna be like, oh, this is someone else's video. Here's the source, blah blah blah. I feel that's a little bit.
Yeah.
I know Yesteryear and Poseidon's Entertainment, those are two channels you should check out if you're thinking about doing history of videos. Poseidon's Entertainment and Yesteryear Land. They do excellent video essays on instinct attractions. Giving shout outs to people that some of the people in my chat should know, but it is what it is. So, all right, we're about in an hour. Also want some ice cream. So, anything? So Disney with Lissy, do you want to do some Epcot around the world?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's do it. I'm gonna get the little tattoos.
You're gonna get the okay. So we're Disney
Yes.
Lissy and I, Disney with Lissy, sorry, and I will do Epcot around the world. What? All right. So what hat should I be wearing for that chat? I'm gonna put a poll. Should I do should I get the sombrero? Like should I do it up full on tourist style? Like should we look the part? I have not done that yet. I've been to a few
sombrero.
Sombrero. I don't know. It depends on how hot it is. We are getting warmer here. It has gotten a little bit warmer in the area. It was like 80 today. I went swimming. It was nice. First time I got to use my pool in a while. So let's see. Universe is coming soon. Disney keeping pace. I want. Yes. Okay. So I can talk on Epic Universe. Disney has one thing that Universal will never have, and that is land. Lots
Yeah.
of land.
Mhm.
Now I must have 100, dude. I have 2 guest rooms with hats in them. I have too many hats. I just like hats. I buy hats. I don't know why. I like hats. It's easier to stylize with a hat. And like
Mhm.
streams, it's like it's shoulders up most of the time when I'm doing a live stream. I don't need a fancy shirt. I just need a fancy hat. That's all.
That's true.
But Epic Universe is going to do great for Universal. Don't get me wrong. I actually think it's going to be really good for them. It's a good location. It's about 6 miles from the main park. It's closer for me, so I appreciate that. It'll be less drive for me. But I don't know. Disney can do a few things and immediately turn it back. Bring back Magical Express. You automatically win back some people over value there. Bring back free Genie Plus, like make that free for a little bit. Disney will garner a lot of things. When they did free dining back in the day, they filled up months that used to be empty. So it's all about cost. So if Disney sees Universal definitely gaining leverage because of Epic Universe, they will cut costs. They will make moves. Remember, one company's, that park's been around for 20 years longer. Universal just did their 30th or so. So we'll see. But Epic Universe does seem to be a little bit of an odd name. Like I know why they did it. They want it for advertising. Your trip will be epic. Your day will be epic. And I honestly keep on thinking Fortnite because that's what I'm thinking. So, but I do think the Donkey Kong ride looks really cool. The Isle of Berk area looks amazing, but that is not part of Perfect Park Day. And that was just me rambling for a little bit because I haven't got to talk about that yet outside of Mardi Gras when I was getting pelted with beads in the face. So I have lots of beads though. If anyone wants some beads, I have like 30 that were thrown at me. Shout out cousin.
Bianca, that's my favorite cousin right there.
You got like the whole family running in. I love this. Hello.
My grandpa was one of 18, so we got like 1 million people in our family.
Oh wow, Jesus. Okay, I'm one of like 4. Like we did not. My lineage did not spread. We guys kind of like a few, but all right. Thank you very much. This is a lot of fun. You are a very wonderful guest, and I hope you enjoyed this. And best of luck if you are on this channel right now. Any of the 19 in here, please go give her a sub on her YouTube channel. Her content will come at some point, or follow her IG. It's Zord approved, if that helps out at all. And there's a lot. Bring them all to Epcot. All 18 cousins. I ain't covering that tab. I ain't covering that tab. You gotta throw some super chats in or something, man. That would basically be 3 months of my mortgage. No. I'm thinking in my head $10 a drink, 18 people, 7 countries. No, that's a lot of math. But thank you guys all for joining out, and I will see if I can find some other person for next week or the week ever. These will be when I can find people that are willing to come talk Disney or Universal or theme parks in general and about their time in them. And I actually like finding newer content creators because everyone needs some help and getting some exposure. So again, please go sub to Disney with Lissy. Keep on trying to say that right. I don't know if I am. If I am, I am not. She can slap me later on. Oh God. Wait, you don't have a chancla or something like that, right?
I'm Puerto Rican. Of course I have a chancla. I'm sure I have one near me somewhere.
Oh, great.
Lissy.
Lissy.
Yeah,
all right, Lissy. I will. I'm good with names after I say them a few times. All right, everyone, stay foolish. And I remember I have an outro. Thank you guys for watching. I will be live from a park tomorrow to be determined, and Friday I'll be at Magic Kingdom. And then we'll find out when Lissy and I will be drinking around the world, which will be fun. That'll be a good day. All right, everyone, stay foolish, my friends, and give her a sub. Give her a sub, please. All right, where's my outro? And it's here.